Welcome, Highlanders, to our ECON003 Section 1 Introduction to Microeconomics Canvas course site for the Fall 2022 quarter. And here I'm just going to give you a quick tour of what the Canvas course site looks like so you can know kind of where and how to access things as you are moving through the course. So when you log in, this is the first page that you should see. Any recent announcements I post will be located here under recent announcements. And again, the default is that you should be able to receive those as emails as soon as I post them, unless you've changed that in the course settings. And then you'll see the title of the course to make sure that you're on the right page. All right, remember, our class does meet every Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 3:20 in University Lecture Hall, room 1000. Again, you can click on announcements to see any recent information posted for the class and modules to get started working through the assignments for the week. Now, if you go to the tour of the Canvas course site link, right, this is where this video is going to be located. You'll probably know that because you're watching it now. And then below that, you're going to see the teacher and staff information, starting with mine. So that's me, Joab Corey, my email, my phone number, including my cell phone number, and the location of my office. Remember that my student hours are going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 12 and 3:30 to 4:30. I'll be available during both those time slots, both in person and through Zoom. And then on Wednesdays from 10 to 12, I'll be available through Zoom only. Here's going to be a link to that Zoom session if you'd rather visit me that way. All right, there's also a link to the syllabus and a link to the goals contract, which is all going to be part of Module 0. I also have here a link to the Discord site, so if you're interested in some peer-to-peer interaction and kind of getting to know your classmates on that Discord site, then feel free to check that out as well. And then I have 4 pages here at the bottom called Student Opportunities, Student Resources, Technical Support, and Inspiration and Positivity. Anytime I get an email from a group asking to take up some class time to advertise their group, I always tell them I can't give you any class time, but if you send me, say, a Word or PDF, I'll be sure to post it under Student Opportunities. So this might include information about internships, volunteer opportunities, student groups, and just anything else that's happening around campus that you may want to be interested in. Student resources involves things like psychological counseling for those who might be suffering from some mental health issues throughout the quarter. Technical support is for anybody who's suffering from any kind of IT issues with regards to Canvas or just anything at UCR in general. And then inspiration and positivity just includes a few links to things that I find particularly inspirational or positive, just because I know that during these times, right, things can be pretty bleak, right, especially if you watch the news a lot. And, you got wars going on between Russia and Ukraine. We're still dealing with the tail end of the pandemic here, right? You got a lot of political upheaval and things like that. So just to get some good news or a break from that bad stuff, you can check out the inspiration and positivity page. But where the real magic is going to happen is here under modules. So if you click under modules, you're going to see the modules that have been opened so far, which include Module 0 here, the introduction to the class for week 0, and then Module 1, which is going to include Chapter 1, which we'll be getting after here, mostly in week 1 or the next week of the class. So to give you an idea of how these modules work, you can click on any one of these things as you want to access them, right, directly from the modules page, or you can click at the very beginning of the module and just work through it step by step. Right, so for example, if you want to read the syllabus, you just click right on the syllabus. If you want to watch the introduction knowledge review video, which basically focuses on what was covered in that syllabus, then you just click directly on that. Same thing if you want to just take these surveys right away, you can just click right on those. Having said that, if you click right here on the introduction to the course overview, it's going to list kind of step by step what you should do. All right, read the syllabus. There's a link to both the syllabus and the goals contract there. Again, available there as well as the homepage. There's also the watch the introduction video. Again, I have the slides here, both in PowerPoint and PDF form available for you, right? And then that video is available to watch. And then you have the Tell Me About Yourself survey, right? The Class Roles and Academic Honesty survey, which you'll get 1 extra credit point if you can complete by the deadline. And then a discussion board meet and greet, right? If you want to fill that out as well. So those are the 5 steps here for this introduction module as we get to know each other for the quarter. Now, if you just click on next, it's going to take you right to that first step, which is the syllabus. Right, so that syllabus is going to pop up, and you can read through that syllabus at your leisure as you're kind of working your way through this introductory module. Right, now once you've kind of read through this syllabus, there it is, right, then again, just click on next. And it's going to take you to that introduction knowledge review, and you can go ahead and watch that video, which again describes what's going on within that syllabus. Click next again. It's going to take you to that goals contract, which again, you can take a look at that before you start filling out those surveys, because part of your survey is to fill out your own goals contract. So you can kind of see an example of what one of those looks like. Click next again. It's going to take you to that first Tell Me About Yourself survey. This one isn't for extra credit, but it just kind of gets me an idea of what you're into so I can make examples that are related to your interests. But if you click next again, it's going to take you right to the online class rules and academic honesty survey. This is the one where you're going to have to answer questions about the syllabus, and you're going to have to kind of fill out your own goals contract. And again, you get an extra credit point for completing those before the due date, which is Friday, October the 7th. Click next again, and it's going to take you right to that meet and greet discussion board, so you can go ahead and post something there. All right. If you click next again, it's going to take you to the very first step here in Module 1. Or again, if you go back to the modules page, right, you can kind of see what Module 1 looks like. So here's what a typical module is going to look like after that introductory one. Again, it's going to have an overview. It's going to have the lecture videos that correspond with what I'm going to be talking about in class. Should you ever have to miss a class, you can just check out that video instead. The discussion session video, discussion session activity, practice questions, coursebook questions, the knowledge review review session, which is just kind of a review session for each chapter that I'll post there as part of the module, and then that module quiz. And then for this particular class, I've created a virtual break room if you want to check that out as well. All right, so again, you can click on each one of these things individually from wherever you're at, or again, if you prefer, you can just start here at the beginning and just start working your way through the module, right? So again, it's got a quick overview here. So step one is, again, watch the lecture videos, or again, come to class, right? With that in mind, I do have the time length for each lecture video here posted, so you can take a look at what those look like. And I do have the PowerPoint slides that we're going to be going over, both in PowerPoint and PDF format. Right, there's also a discussion session video, and I have the slides that are associated with that video, again, both in PowerPoint and PDF format, available for you there as well. Right, your discussion session Module 1 assignment should be due Sunday, October the 2nd. Right, so again, you want to make sure that you complete that after watching that discussion session video. And then you have practice questions, again, coursebook questions. Practice questions are questions that I come up with. The coursebook questions are questions that come from your publisher. Your exams will consist of a combination of both of those, so I want to make sure that you get plenty of practice with those. But those are optional. You do not have to complete them. The same is true with your review session video. If you want a quick review session of the chapter, you can watch that video. Again, here are the slides that accompany that in both PowerPoint and PDF format. And then you get the quiz on everything in this module due also on Sunday, October 2nd. And then you have the virtual break room. So all these are, again, the steps to complete for the module. Just click on next, and it's going to take you right to that first video. Again, as you start watching that video, you're going to see that some questions are going to pop up that you can answer, college knowledge review questions, right? Those do not count for credit, but if you're interested in answering those, kind of check and make sure that you are understanding the material as we're going. It also helps break up the monotony of the lecture a little bit. Right. So after you're done watching that first video, if you click next again, it's going to take you right to that second video. Notice that we have the learning objectives for those videos posted here. Right. If you click next again, it's going to take you to video number 3. Right. Again, with those learning objectives posted there for your convenience. Click next again, it's going to take you right to video number 4. Again, with those learning objectives available to you. Now, if you click next one more time, we're done with the lecture video, so it's going to take you to that discussion session video. And discussion sessions are just a brief review of the things that students tend to find most difficult about the chapter, right? So you can watch that, or again, attend your discussion session with your TA if you better learn that way. If you click next again, it's going to take you right to that discussion session activity. 5 questions. Each question is worth 1 point for a total of 5 points. Remember, you get 2 attempts at these, with the highest one being the one that counts. All right. So take that quiz, click next again, and it's going to take you to the practice questions. So again, these are questions that I've kind of created myself. So go ahead and scroll through and answer these questions just as a practice to make sure that you understand the things that are going on in this course. And then as you scroll past the end, you're going to see, at the end of the questions, you're going to see an answer key. And not only do I have the right answer there, but a quick explanation for why the right answer is indeed right, in order to kind of help you understand why you should choose that answer. Now, if you click next again, it's going to take you to the coursebook questions. Same thing as you're working through the coursebook questions. If you're ever wondering what the right answer is, just go ahead and scroll on down past the questions, and you are going to see, once you get past the last question, the answer key. Now, these are from your publisher, and they did not include an explanation, but you can at least see what the right answer is. Now, if you click next again, it's going to take you to that optional review session, right? Just make sure that you are understanding the material. And once again, if you click play here, you'll see that video playing. You'll see these questions here pop up. These questions are those knowledge review questions that you can answer in order to kind of test your understanding and make sure you know what is going on here as you are watching these videos. And so those are available not only in your lecture videos, but these review session videos as well. Now, Canvas will tell you whether or not you've completed it, so you can keep track of which videos you've watched. So it'll say whether you've got like a check mark for a complete, right? Or again, maybe you didn't complete it yet and you won't have that check mark there. But these don't count for credit at all. You don't ever have to watch these. In fact, if you come to class every day, you'll never have to watch them. But if you miss a class or if you just want to hear the material again, these lectures are available to you. Now, if you click next again, it's going to take you to that first module quiz. Again, you get 3 attempts at this one, and the highest score is the one that counts. Click next again, it's going to take you to the virtual break room. That includes a short exercise break to get you up out of your chair if you're trying to learn this stuff remotely, right? And I have a little section here for the exercise break called Pass the Prof, which is basically you doing the exercise challenge in a way that try to beat the way that I did it, right? Again, just a good way to challenge yourself and kind of build some camaraderie among our class here. Then we have a short relaxation break that could be like a guided meditation or a breathing exercise. And then intellectual break is a virtual escape room, right? You just pop in there and you start clicking around trying to solve the clues. And then you're going to have a social break, which is, again, the Good Vibes discussion board. You can click in there and post your time from the escape room or post your score from the exercise challenge or any stories that you like that maybe relate to Chapter 1. And again, feel free to comment on anybody else's posts. Just always try to be respectful when engaging in that kind of stuff, right? Now, I do want to iterate that everything in this virtual break room is optional. You never have to complete any of this stuff if you don't want to, but if you're looking for that break and maybe to improve your mental or physical health or maybe challenge yourself when it comes to material by going through that virtual escape room, then please feel free to do so. Again, it is designed there just as an optional way for you to take a break from the class, but maybe still engage in the material or improve yourself in any way that you see fit. And that's essentially, that's it. That's the tour of our Canvas course site. Again, you're going to be going to modules a lot in order to kind of check out those modules there, or you're going to be going to the homepage a lot, right, in order to take advantage of those resources, or if you need to check out my information, it is located there, right? But that's just a quick way of, or quick tour of how to navigate through our Canvas course site so that you kind of know how to do it, because I know some of you might be new to Canvas or new to this learning management system. I just want to make sure that we can all navigate it successfully. Right, so as I mentioned in the introductory video and as I mentioned in class, if at any point you can't make it to class, all the materials you need to stay successful throughout the course are located here on the Canvas course site from that modules page. So that's it. Just let me know if you have any questions at all. You can shoot me an email or come visit me during those student hours, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Right, but until then, just stay safe and healthy. Take care.